right, welcome back to Sunrise. Did you know that the final week of May is all about raising awareness for thyroid health? That's right. It's International Thyroid Awareness Week, and guess what? It kicks off on May 25, World Thyroid Day. Now, this year, the aim is to shine a spotlight on just how crucial this little gland in our bodies really is. Here to help us put the spotlight on thyroid health is the Senior Director of Information and Communication Technology, Individual Benefits and Research at the National Health Fund. He is Ainsley Jones, and we're going to be talking to him about how important it is. I mean, I've known people who have hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, all of which are very important to understand.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there may be persons who have challenges that they just don't understand what's going on with their body. And they might want to know, how might I get assistance from my government? Ainsley.
Hi,
welcome.
ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Good
Good
morning.
to see ya.
And morning to your viewers and your listeners as well.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So tell us, first of all, I mean, from an NHF perspective, how important is the May 25 week going forward?
Well, it's a significant date because thyroid disease is one of those conditions which stricken a lot of Jamaicans and has been doing so over a period.
Yeah.
We took a strategic decision in October of 2023 to add thyroid disease as one of 5 conditions that we would have added to the NHF card conditions. And so we're inviting those individuals who are impacted by this disease to actually come in and get enrolled for our benefits, because we understand the cost that is associated with accessing pharmaceuticals for the different chronic disease conditions. And so we're assisting these patients with reducing their out-of-pocket payment so that, you know, we can increase the adherence to the medication and the actual health outcomes associated with the conditions.
I have to say that I remember a few years ago, I was a part of a presentation of what the NHF offers, and I was absolutely blown away by the offerings that happened there. And more than anything, I was impressed at how smoothly the process is able to happen, how people are able to access their medication, and just the system that is in place is working, and I could see it with my own eyes. Why is it that, I mean, I was familiar that, you know, there's diabetes, there's heart disease, there are all of these chronic illnesses that were on the roster for the medications to be accessible. Why was thyroid disease added to it?
All right, so thyroid disease itself is one of those non-communicable diseases, or some people call it a chronic disease. So it's a condition that once it develops, I mean, it's going to stay with you for life.
Right.
However, the disease can be managed through use of pharmaceuticals. And as I said before, the pharmaceuticals, you know, the cost can be prohibitive. And so it's a strategic decision that was taken by the National Health Fund to add the condition to the program so that individuals who are affected can be assisted with the cost associated with treatment. Once you assist individuals with the cost associated with treatment, you're actually improving compliance to the medication, because once they're able now to afford the drug, when you offer subsidies on them, then the possibility or the likelihood of them continuously taking the drug is enhanced, and this of course is going to impact their health outcomes.
No, governments don't just make decisions like this, you know, because there's a lot of illnesses that could you would want to put it on, but you can't. What is it about the numbers, the prevalence that you were seeing that said, no, we have to do this, because that's going to impact the public good that is delivered and how many people are going to benefit from this?
Well, that's an interesting question, because we've had many requests from individuals to add the condition. We have also had requests from medical practitioners to add the condition. What is interesting is that in terms of the prevalence rate of thyroid disease, it's not the most prevalent condition in terms of non-communicable diseases. But since October, we have actually registered over 1,300 patients who are currently accessing the benefits on the program. And so, I mean, we expect that individuals are going to continue to come in and register for the condition because we know that the drugs that are used to treat these conditions, the cost is quite prohibitive.
On the back of that, how does one register? How does one who is watching this now say, wait a minute, I'm one of these people, how can I tap into this access or get access?
All right, as you indicated before, the process is actually quite simple. So you just need to get one of those yellow forms, the NHF application form.
Your doctor usually has them.
They're usually available at the doctor offices. They're usually available at the pharmacies as well. So any of the pharmacies,
true, yeah.
we call them community pharmacies across the length and breadth of Jamaica, you're able to get an NHF card. They're also available at our drug serve pharmacies. That's the public sector pharmacies in the hospitals and health center. Now you fill out the form and you get it certified by your doctor. So if you have thyroid disease, doctor will certify that you have thyroid disease. Once that happens, you take the card into us. I should also indicate that you need to have a TRN. Very important that you have a TRN. Doctor certifies, and you take it into one of our card processing centers, or you can take it to 25 Dominica Drive, the Towers. That's our head office, and we guarantee you that within 15 minutes, we'll make your card available to you. And you can use this card at our 450 participating pharmacies across the length and breadth of Jamaica.
Definitely. Well, I can tell you, as somebody who goes to the pharmacy regularly to pick up medication for a relative, when you look at the figure before NHF and when you look at the figure after, it is significant.
It is.
And you think about how much you'd be spending if you didn't have that NHF card, it makes a world of difference. So keep on doing good work.
Thank you so much for that, and I'm glad you have made the point because the subsidies have been increasing. So, I mean, we expect to hear more of that.
Awesome.
All right.
Great
awesome.
stuff.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Ainsley Jones, Senior Director of Information and Communication Technology, Individual Benefits and Research at the National Health Fund. We're up to the 7 a.m. mark, which means TK is on standby with the news. More Sunrise when we return.